A moment of truth is what we gonna call this. And the reason being, somebody gonna post on my video that Larry is not African. Now, I don't really want to go in hard on this, but I feel that you leave me no choice since you raised such ridiculousness with your voice. I'm gonna have to crush it. I told you there is no such thing as an African. So, common sense would tell you that there is no such thing as an African name. God damn. If you can't be swifter than that, mentally, how you gonna keep up with the logic, the flow, the conversation? How's that gonna work for you? You get lost on the minutia. You get lost in the triviality. There is no such thing as an African. There is no such thing as an African name. Now, you have Yoruba names. Yeah, you have Ashanti names. Yes, you have God names. You have Swahili names. Yes, you could have Igbo names, Dinka names, and you could even have Arab names. You don't have Muslim names either. No such thing as a Muslim name. Although people run around saying they have Muslim names, what they actually have is Arab names, like Ali, like Yosef. Those are Arab names. Now, you have names from cultures on the continent of Africa, like Kofi, like Abina. Those are not African names. I mean, that's a breakdown. The fact that you know I got at a cat from Ghana and his name was Peter. You know that they have those kind of names in Ghana, in Nigeria, Joseph, George, John. Larry. Yeah, they have those names in Ghana. Why? You know why. Ghana, Nigeria, ground zero for the Maafa, for the horrific abuse and criminal theft of my ancestors that occurred there. So the cultural contact and the cross currents of culture happened there. So you have people there with names like you have people here. That's a non-starter, but if you want to have that, we can have that. Bring it. Go ahead and say Larry's not an African name, so I could just smash you like an ant and keep it moving. Like an ant. I never told you that the name Larry was a part of our culture before we had contact with other cultures. That's not my premise. My name is Brother Larry. My mother named me that. Now, her name is Leela, and her sister name is Lula. And those are cultural names from the culture of my ancestors. Yes, we did retain culture here. You don't know that. You need to study a little more, and you find out a lot of things. But in any event, don't go there. This is not a conversation about that. But we could make it a conversation about that in a different conversation. But this conversation is about misnomers. Africa is a misnomer for our people. African is a misnomer for our people. It's not a placeholder because you don't know. You say, well, African because of the continent. That doesn't make sense. That's just like saying African American. That doesn't make sense. What you have to do is take this seriously. That way you don't wind up calling yourself something else that doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? I know you do. You hear it every day, everywhere, from everybody. Mean-spirited, facetiously, playfully jocular. The point being, that's not who we are. And that's not who we were. And that is not who we are going to be. Never that. Never that. Never, no. Submit to the will of the slave masters who never who submit to the slave master who never who gonna submit to the slave masters who you might want to say, well, it's too late now. There's nothing we can do about it. We have to accept it because it's a fact. I disagree with that. We don't have to accept anything. We just have to be serious about not accepting it. Right now, a lot of you guys are not really serious about not accepting it. Y'all talk revolution, but y'all don't mean revolution. You don't got revolution in your heart. You can't even hold a revolutionary discourse or Accept the revolutionary thought process. Understand that you don't have to submit to what they subjected you to. You can resist. You follow that star. You can go north. That's elevation. Don't have to dwell where they put you at. I refuse to accept it. And yes, my name is Brother Larry. And yes, I say kuna hatari nyingi hapa, labda nitaumizwa na adui zangu. My name is Brother Larry. For real. Nah, man. Moja, Shikwa, Sikumi nenda uje. Peace.